opportunity to join the Europa Park again for day 2 of my trip. I'm going to start off with Voletarium, I think. I've got a few other things to do like walk coasters, and I'm going to try my favourites again, but let's get straight to it, shall we? So Voletarium, Park's flying theatre attraction. That's really good actually, very solid attraction. But the thing is with flying theatres, it's the same with the ones I've done recently. Fly the Skylark and just wanted them and you saw it, and they're all the same when you can see the top of the building, the show building. I try not to focus on it, but it's in my peripheral vision. I can enjoy the ride, don't get me wrong. I can admire what they've done with the actual footage that you're flying through, but I can just see that it's the pesky building. I don't like it. But to start with, the entrance, I showed you a little bit of the entrance. That I didn't show you the big Eurowings plane that the sponsor of the ride. I think it's the sponsor right, because it's quite integrated into it. I didn't show you that, but I showed you like a little bit of the inside before I got into the loading area. But because I went through this single ride, I probably didn't see everything. But yeah, you saw some really nice bits at the start there. I can't really describe it. There's some great theming, like everything is at this park. Voletarium is no difference. It's just amazing, like everything. So yeah, you get into the attraction, and it's like any flying theatre ride where I think those 3 like flying cars, what do you call them, the things you sit in? There's 3 of them. I don't know how many's in a row, but it's just a nice little strap, and then you move forward after the barriers go down. And you got a massive dome screen. I don't know if there's an official name for it, but that's when you can start seeing the top of the building. And what I don't understand, I was a bit confused that you went through some countries in the footage of flying through the scenes, like Paris to start with, from the top of the Eiffel Tower, flying down towards it, and I think it was Germany, that famous white hotel, I think it is now. Is it Colditz or something? I don't know. And then you got I think it might be Everest. It's one of the scenes, but it's difficult to know what it actually is all about. It's not just countries, I don't think. It's a bit confusing, don't get me wrong, the footage is fantastic and I was having a nice, relaxing, enjoyable time. But yeah, I was just a bit confused with that ride, really. It's great, but a bit confusing. So yeah, Voletarium here at Europa Park, a really solid ride. I found a nice quiet area of the park, around here near the entrance of the park. Nice river here. There's a few bridges actually. It's really nice foliage. That's quite a fancy word, isn't it, foliage? I hardly ever use that. But yeah, it's really nice bench it is. Everything's all nice and clean, well looked after, well maintained. I saw a duck yesterday, I didn't show it, but I saw a duck racing down this river. Look, he really looked like he was enjoying himself. Yeah, it's fantastic. I thought there was a person over there on the bench there, but it's not, it's just a big figure. But yeah, it's so cool. It just continues to amaze me. I don't know if someone wants to go back and count how many times I say all these different words like amazing, but I've only done one ride so far. I could spend all day in these places. I started roller coasters, now I've just appreciated more what theming does to an experience. I'm sorry if I'm not pointing at the right things, but I can look everywhere and still miss stuff. Statues. To see how well maintained it is. It's just so good. I won't show you the statues over here up close because they're a bit, yeah. If you've been to Europa Park, you know what I'm in. Just making my way into the Minimal's Kingdom, which I think is quite a funny name, but I don't actually know the meaning of it actually. So I didn't actually go down this area of the park yesterday, but it's really lush. Literally too. Fantastic. So good. The building's just amazing. Said it again. Yeah, Arthur, that's what I'm really looking forward to. I know there's a powered coaster, but you hear a lot about Arthur. When you think of Europa Park, that's definitely one of the rides you think of. Yeah, it's really, really good. Unbelievable. There's a new word, I don't know if I use that too much. Yeah, it's fantastic. Let's get to Arthur. Look at this, gigantic frog. I think this is like Satan River I showed you earlier, I'm not sure. Just look at it, look how much shade there is done there. Fantastic. It looks a bit terrifying, that frog is. Oh, you can hear it, there we go. Is he going to come around the corner? I don't actually know the layout, I've not watched too much on it. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's not going to be one of those rides, is it? Well, I can't figure out where it's coming from. Yeah, I love it. I love how much green there is. Fantastic. And they spin too. I know a little bit about it, but I don't obviously do too much research. You hear a lot about these rides, but I only know the amount you need to know before you come here, so fantastic. Wow, 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 wow. Just ignore the ceilings, that's me being nitpicky, but other than that, look at this. How could you film indoors so well? Ah, there it is. Probably making you dizzy there, but it's so fantastic. Look at it. Probably can't hear a word I'm saying. Oh, so many animatronics that you don't notice, like the little animatronics back up there. Some nice slides for the kids. It's fantastic. Let's go and ride Arthur, shall we? So Arthur, the mag-powered inverted coaster, that starts with actually a really good building, as I was showing you. It twists all in and out of the building, some nice great theming inside the building all the way around. You've got like a play area for the kids. And then you get into the queue. I went down this thing ride, it has like a touch thing you activate for your baggage. I did that, which is a shame because I didn't realise you had to do that on this ride. You got that, then you go up to the queue. You up the stairs into the main queue, and you can see the main queue is like loads of like winding pathways, which is very nicely themed. And then you go down some stairs, which fit in really well actually. Then you got some supports which are actually covered by the like the tree roots. I'm actually not sure if they're tree roots or plant roots, but they're all nicely themed around the station. And then you get into the station, it's one of those moving walkways, which is really, really nice, because it means the operation is going to be really, really fast. And with every ride at this park, it's been great. Then you get into the ride, not many scenes I remember really. Not very, very memorable ones. There's two that I remember that stand out to me. And that's and I'll get to those in a second, but the first bit is, you twist from the house and then you see a really low quality screen. I'm not sure about that, it's really low quality and it's so obvious that it's a screen, and I just don't. Sometimes I like a mixture of sets and screens, but this I don't feel like it needs to be there. And then you got like say lift, it's not a lift, and then that feels a bit empty. There's something missing on that. And it's made up with the crazy ant. Is it an ant at the top or a spider? That's alright. And then you got in and out of the building, doing all the twists over the river, which is fantastic. Actually really good because you like tilted a bit. And with the cars, like the outside seat, which I was in, it faces a little bit inwards, so that's fantastic over the river. and you twist back into the building, into the honeywork scene, which I really like. That's my favourite one. I couldn't really see any of that at the show building, which with my nitpicky brain, it's quite hard not to find something. So yeah, that's really good. And then that's the end of the ride, back into the station, one final turn. The trains come up pretty quick. Yeah, I really like it. It's a solid ride, as you can tell. I didn't really go through all like the scenes. It is a really memorable scene. Trust me, I'll remember it and I'll be able to talk about it here, but it's not, I don't know about it. I really like it. It's a solid ride. Like the coaster part of it itself is really good, even though it's powered because it spins. But yeah, I'm not sure what to think about it. And before I go, just remembered, fancy me forgetting something, I just remembered the party scene, like with all the Snoop Dogg music going on. It says the N-word, like what's going on there? That really doesn't fit in with the rest of it, and I'm not sure what to think about it really, what the part I'm thinking about putting that in Arthur. It's just, that's just not good. But overall it's a solid ride. It's got a mixture of theme, great theme and good coaster elements, but yeah, there's just some bits I'm not a fan of. So yeah, Arthur here at Europa Park. You could just see the trains for Voltron there, with the water dummies in there. That's pretty interesting to see. I've not seen it testing yet, but yeah, this building I showed you in the day one vlog. Oh, here we go. Here's a close up. They're obviously getting ready to test again. I wonder if they've got all 7 trains on the track though, and testing with that. That'd be interesting to know. I really like the look of the Greece area. Got a nice Mykonos sign at the top there. You know you're in Greece with the colour, the white colour. Then you got some yellow there on the windows and the doors. Yeah, it's instantly Greece, you know where you are. Fantastic. It's so good. Here's Poseidon in the Greece area. I showed you a little bit yesterday, at least I think I did in the day one vlog. This looks great. Yeah, in fact I did. I showed you the water, how clean the water was. It was either this or Atlantica, I can't remember. But it looks like you get pretty wet there. I know that it splashes over the people over there, that's pretty interesting. But I've come to actually ride Pegasus first, which is just behind it I think. Then you've got Silver Star in the background. Yeah, Greece. I didn't actually spend too much time in the Greece area yesterday. Yeah, I really need to try this because it's going to get warmer today, about 5 degrees warmer, about 25 degrees. Yeah, I've got to go ride Pegasus, see what the queue's like, and then maybe Poseidon afterwards.
Der die Menschheit von einem Scheusal befreit.
Pegasus was really good. I don't know if I got the name wrong when I first introduced it, but it's Pegasus. I probably said Pegasus earlier. It's a Pegasus at Europa Park. It's a Max Youngstar coaster. It's a really solid family coaster it is, yet again propped up by great theming. And that obviously isn't the right thing I'm talking about. I just found a nice shot there beside him. But yeah, a Mack Youngstar is really good actually. Nice and solid. It's actually quite quick for a family coaster. Some nice turns, there's a nice overbank as well. And it was really propped up by the theming like a lot of the attractions here. And if you left that alone on an empty field, it wouldn't be that good. So yeah, it's another one where the theming really makes it. But it's a nice solid ride for a family. And I can see why people queue up for it because it's just a nice ride, nice ride to experience. It's not great and it's not bad, it's somewhere in the middle. So yeah, it's right there, you can see the station. Sorry for all the movement with the camera, but people keep walking around me and I get a bit nervous, so you have to excuse that. Yeah, there's the station over there. And it goes all the way underneath Poseidon, which is quite funny because you don't realise that the water is dripping on you. And you sparse on the turret, and then all of a sudden the camera is soaked. I say soaked, but there's enough on there for me to worry about it. There's some nice fencing around here too, actually. There you see Poseidon going around just through the fence. Sorry about that view. And there's the entrance over there. It's quite hard to get off-ride shots of the ride actually, so I'm sorry about the lack of the off-ride footage some of these attractions this week. I really like to get some off-ride shots, but I just don't want to get in people's way. So yeah, off to the next ride. Poseidon is not my type of ride. The coaster itself is quite rough, and it's very rough, and you don't get very wet at all. You got two drops. The first one's like a bunny hill, speed hill, and the second one's after the second lift. So you got two lift hills. The coaster part of the start, it doesn't need to be there. I don't get the point in water coasters when they're like that. The coaster part is pretty pointless. It doesn't need to be that. I just like good old shoot to shoot like Tidal Wave. If something like Tidal Wave is themed like Poseidon was, then that'd be out of this world fantastic. The only thing that's fantastic about that ride for me is the theming. And I couldn't get many shots of it because I get in people's way and there's poles and posts and stuff in the way. I get a bit here and there, but yeah, this is a solid ride, great theming. It's just a shame about the coaster element. I've never really liked water coasters anyway because, like I just said, the coaster element. On the ones I have done, they're just pointless. They don't need to be there. It's a shame really because it looks great outside. Great blue and white colour scheme, and look at the, what do you call them, facades or the actual buildings? They look fantastic. The inside is great lighting. You got the two big faces. I don't know what they're called. The two big faces. I think it was blue and orange lights. And then you got this. I don't know if this is on purpose, this fountain, but yeah, that's great. Just a shame about the coaster because I love the theming, like I said. And water coasters, can they innovate any more, Mac, with water coasters or Intamin? Because I know Intamin do speed at Atlantica, and I did that and that wasn't that great either, so yeah. Water coasters are not my thing, I'm afraid. Just had a lovely lunch at the cafe in the front section of the park. Now I'm here in the Portugal section, having a look at Atlantica SuperSplash. I think the boat's about to drop now. I think he's got two rotating platforms at the top. Yeah, it has, yeah, definitely. You go from the left there to the right, and it drops you. Here it comes. There we go. Under Wodan. It doesn't look like you get too wet. It looks alright actually. Let's go and give it a go. There we go, Atlantica SuperSplash. It's actually a SuperSplash model. I didn't realise. I thought it was just a water coaster designated as a water coaster. We all know it's a water coaster. Every set I've been on doesn't actually say that defined as such. But yeah, that was much better. Behind me, That was much better than the one earlier, Poseidon, because you got that backwards bit. After you got up the lift, you turn using the turntable, then go backwards, like a little drop, and then back into the other turntable, then you turn around. That's actually really good. You don't need any more turns or drops. You just need a lift hill, the 2 turntables, and the main drop. You get wet on there, but not too wet. So yeah, it's overall great ride actually, but just a bit more wet than it would have been perfect. Atlantica SuperSplash. Wodan is exceptional. You know my thoughts from yesterday, but it's even better. You know when you got your hands up on the wooden coaster, at least for me anyway, that it's really good, exceptional, like I said. It's amazing. It's my favourite G-Cert and favourite wooden coaster that I've ever ridden, and that's saying something because I've ridden Boulder, God, Cold Strike. Why am I thinking of the one? Not very far. My mind's gone blank, but you know what one I'm in. Yeah, I've ridden some good woodies, and that's the only one I can keep my hands up on. Even though it's twist and turny, a little bit of air time, it's just like a wooden version of an RMC, and I absolutely love it. You saw some of the theming too. Oh, out of this world! Amazing wall-cast ride, Wodan. I think I'm going to give the Rapids a miss, actually, and I'm not going to try and butcher the name, so definitely excuse me. But it's got some really good waterfalls, as you can see there. Not like the ones back at R1 Towers, which I believe have been turned back on, but not quite like this. Just bear with me while I get a better view. And there we go, a much better view. I would normally ride the Rapids. Again, I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. Yeah, because it looks fantastic, but you get too close to people, and normally I do normally ride these if it's a slightly less busy day, but it's quite busy today at Europa Park, so I'm going to give it a miss, try and do some re-rides on the ones that I really like I just did a ride on Wodan. So yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm sure I'll do it on another trip. Just given Josephina's magical imperial journey ago. It's absolutely beautiful. It's such a relaxing ride as well when you're walking along on your fitty, doing all these thrill rides. You have a nice little relaxing ride on this boat ride. Some stunning scenery, loads of fountains. You don't get wet or anything. It's always something to look at. Things like these tunnels here. I showed you a bit of the ride, like the tunnel in there. It's got some screens. Sorry for the little wobble there. See all the greenery over there? Like the swans on it. And the operations are fantastic. I forgot to mention that today. Every ride I've been on is way under the wait time. I went on Wodan earlier, it said 40 minutes, I waited 25. Something like that would be a minimum of double at any other park that I've been to. So it's absolutely fantastic. And this said, I think 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. I waited about 9. So yeah, great. Josephine's Magical Imperial Journey, I think we've got that name right, it's fantastic. So there we go, the end of day 2 at Europa Park and the end of the trip. So yeah, it's been fantastic, thoroughly enjoyed my time, and I look forward to coming back to the park for Voltron's opening day. So that's going to be exciting. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.